are intending to organize a workshop in this coming February, most likely the last weekend of February. And what you will need to do is to start registering, because this workshop, it is going to be conducted at the farm. Whatever you are viewing here is going to be viewed at the farm. And the registration is 50,000 emitwalo egi, of which on that very amount you will have lunch. On that very amount, that's where we shall talk and see what you need to get. Poultry will be there, piggery is there, fisheries is there, rabbits is there, goats is there, and other livestock. Emitwalo egi 5 gyokka, 50,000. You start registering now. And the numbers to register is 0779 93 0060. I repeat, the number for MTN subscribers 0779 93 0060. And if you are an Airtel subscriber, it is 0750 99 77 68. Mubana abalala kuba eriyo omuntu agamba nti nze yiseeyo ogenze wala, omusomo guno ogugenda kubeerayo ng'ennaku z'omwezi 25. Mu Gwokubiri guno ye Saturday esembayo mu mwezi, naye tugenda gusomeseza ku faamu. Buli awulira nga wandigwetaaze omusomo twagala emitwalo egi. Olabe enkoko, olabe obumyu, olabe embizzi, olabe ebyennyanja, olabe embuzi n'ennimiro. Kubanga kye tunoonya, you who is viewing now, you need practical. Viewers, I will continue thanking you for liking Living Agriculture, the source of knowledge, the source of information, the source of skills towards fighting poverty and creating jobs. When we talk of fighting poverty, it is creating jobs. In that, how do we fight poverty and unemployment? Because people always cry because of poverty, because of unemployment. It is me and you who is viewing me to know, if you want to fight poverty, what enterprise would you desire to go? I'm Luigare, a deserted medical clinic officer. I insist I deserted from medical for the reason is being that 95% who are coming at the health center where I was working, once they were sent to the lab, the results or the report were showing negative. Now, in this world, we have 3 types of employment. We have that one, you go by choice. We have that one, you go by chance. And we have that one where we go by force. But somebody who went in medical by choice, I could sit with the patients and talk to them. I ask about the history of the farm or the home. Somebody could tell you, you see, my kid is not going to school. I've taken time without taking tea because of sugar. I was cut off. Now, I realized that what I needed to do is to start training them in household income. In that, I went to train as a veterinary officer. As I speak now, I'm a trained veterinary officer in medicine. Now, who is viewing here? And who is viewing me now? Our broad objective of this video here is to equip you with the knowledge, the skill, and information of how you can manage your enterprises. Whichever enterprise you would desire to go, you need to get the knowledge, the skill, and the information. We have a variety of enterprises. We have the poultry project. We have the fisheries. When I talk of fisheries, I'm talking about the fish pond farming. We have piggery. We have the cows, livestock. We have the goats and the rabbitry, plus the crops around us. Now, I remind you, you are on living agriculture. But what do we need? If we are going into poultry, what breed are you going into? We have a variety of poultry breeds. We have the local, we have the layers, we have the croilers, we have the rainbow, we have the sasso, and we have the broilers. Now we have a new breed called Neomax. This is a new breed. Honestly, it is not common, but all these birds, you will be viewing them, the characteristics of them, the lifespan of them, how do you feed them, how do you treat them, such that if you are to be going into poultry, what is your vision? Are you going for eggs? Are you going for breeding one-day-old chicks? Or you are breeding for meat? Because in poultry, we have a variety of objectives. If you are going into breeding one-day-old chicks, I recommend you to go into local chicks, croiler breed, sasso breed. Mainly those three are the most effective and productive birds. Oh, chicken. I don't expect you to tell me that now isa njagala genda kwaluza bukoko from layers. The commercial layers are meant for commercial eggs. And the commercial broilers are meant for meat. Don't think that you will be going into this for breeding. Now let me tell you this. Whoever is viewing on Living Agriculture, I really appreciate for liking Living Agriculture as your #1 channel where you get what you need to get. There are a variety of videos and channels of different people, but they cannot share what we share with you, because what we need is you to get what you require to become a vet of your own farm, to become somebody who can mix your own feeds by avoiding the fake feeds, to become a breeder. When you start with 5 chicks, within a period of 1 year, you must be having over 7,000 birds through local, croilers, and sasso. Now, I humbly and kindly request you, in case of anything which you have not received in the time you had expected, please, mulekere okunvuma. You are good at insulting Mutebi. You are good at insulting myself. Because what you expected, it is not done in the period you expected. We have challenges. We are not government employees or service providers. We are volunteers. Not every breeder can give you the whole content of what they are breeding. So you need to be a bit tolerant and patient and be appreciative. Bino bye tukola teri atusasula. I thank all those who are in Qatar, who are in Abu Dhabi, who are in Malaysia, who are in Saudi Arabia, who are in UK. Madina nkyakubanja esente zange enzungu. Excuse me for going into that. That one is our sister who is abroad, is the #1 person to be viewing our videos. Namwe abalala, I thank you very much. Farouk, who is in Sweden, I told you about this, is the one whom we are coordinating to be importing fertilized eggs of broiler Cob 500 and Cob 700. Is the only one who is working with us to see that the eggs we import are genuine. I thank him very much. Farouk from Sweden and Turkey. Why should somebody go into poultry? Poultry enterprise, it is a universal project which can be managed by every person on this world. Could it be a kid? Could it be mature, literate, and illiterate? A woman or a man, older person or younger person. And it requires just a small space, as you see them, to go into poultry. It does not require to be having acres of land. Nedda. A small space you can start. And I always ask you, in case you want us to visit where you are going to put your farm, it is a matter of just sending us transport. Tetwetaaga kiryawo kinene. No. Transport reach the site. We cannot leave your site when there is nothing being changed. It is not there. Mutabi Brian may leave all whatever he could be doing, such that our mandate and the broad objective of this channel is to serve you the way you need to be served. Tetusaba sente ziriawo. No. Because what we are doing, we are implementing what the government could be doing. Somebody may ask, why do we do this? It is because we are doing to the will of God. Nze ndi Muslim. Brian is a Christian. And you can ask, why are we doing this? We are serving God. Once we serve you, we are serving God. Once you start earning some money and your children goes to school, your family earn some money where they are staying, honestly speaking, God will be happy with us. And we will be blessed if you start getting some money and start crying about poverty and unemployment. That's why we are here. As we said, why should you go into poultry? Honestly, poultry, this is a project which requires a small capital. To the starters, if you are going to begin, don't go into big loans. What you require, 1, the place. 2, the chicken house. 3, some little capital for buying these birds and feeding them. If you start with only 5 birds, the local one, the mature one, within a period of 1 year, you will be having over 70,000 birds. And we start selling them. But people keep on complaining. Government tetuyambye. You are complaining the government support you. What have you initiated? Such that once the government comes in, can supplement to what you are doing. What we are doing here as living agriculture is to see that every person has a project which is undertaking in your localities there. Thank you for watching agriculture. Normally, the living agriculture is our channel. Now we are intending to organize a workshop in this coming February, most likely the last weekend of February. And what you will need to do is to start registering, because this workshop, it is going to be conducted at the farm. Whatever you are viewing here is going to be viewed at the farm. And the registration is 50,000. Emitwalo egi, of which on that very amount you will have lunch. On that very amount, that's where we shall talk and see what you need to get. Poultry will be there, piggery is there, fisheries is there, rabbits is there, goats is there, and other livestock. Emitwalo egi 5 gyokka, 50,000. You start registering now. And the numbers to register is 0779 93 0060. I repeat, the number for MTN subscribers 0779 93 0060. And if you are an Airtel subscriber, it is 0750 99 77 68. Mu bana abalala kuba eriyo omuntu agamba nti nze Yiseeyo ogenze wala, omusomo guno gugenda kubeerayo ng'ennaku z'omwezi 25. Mu Gwokubiri guno ye Saturday esembayo mu mwezi, naye tugenda gusomeseza ku faamu. Buli awulira nga wandigwetaaze omusomo twagala emitwalo egi. Olabe enkoko, olabe obumyu, olabe embizzi, olabe ebyennyanja, olabe embuzi n'ennimiro. Kubanga kye tunoonya, you who is viewing now, you need practical. If we are to be vaccinating, n'olaba how we vaccinate. If it means treating, n'olaba how we treat. If it means feeds mixing, n'okikola practically. We combine. How do we mix the feeds of one-day-old chicks? How do you mix the chicks of the growers' growers? How do you mix the feeds for the layers? And how do you mix the feeds for breeders? Entabula ya mmere ya bika bina. We have 4 types of feeds. For the starters, we have 1 day old to 2 months. That's what we call the starters. It is called the chick and duck. How do we mix them? What's the formula? Then for the growers, these are between 2 months and to laying stage. How do we mix that? And for those who started laying, this is what we call the layers mash. How do we mix them? And for the breeders, these are the chicks we rear for breeding 1 day old chick. Tugitabula tutya. Byonna ogenda bisomera ku ogwo omusomo. Emitwalo 5, 50,000. If you have the number of Mutebi, you can call. But where we register is 0779 93 0060. For Airtel, 0750 99 7768. The names you will see, I'm Luigare Kibinga. And for Airtel, you will see Hajati Hafsa Nakanwaji. Let me remind you about this. Whoever is viewing this YouTube channel now, this program now, the management changed. Why? Because we have found that at times we are in the field there, and you call when we are not at the office.